What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of By Any Means. It's been a minute. Glad to be back up here. I'm here with Early and Random. We're going to dive into this Michigan scandal, talk a little basketball. Definitely a different vibe on today's By Any Means. Um, you know, First thing I want to make sure we do actually, let's go ahead and shout out our GOAT members, Cobra Centeratus, Comatose in the Clutch, and Avion Plumber. We want to be a part of Players Choice community. You already know my slogan, man. But with that being said, this Michigan scandal, fellas, obviously Michigan is under investigation for a sign stealing scandal. Jim Harbaugh was not present for the Michigan's win over Penn State. This is something that people have had all types of mixed reviews on. Paul Feinbaum came out and thought the whole thing was pathetic, the way that Jim Harbaugh called his team America's team, which is definitely not the case in regards to that. And then if you look at, in terms of, you look at other people, RG3 came out and said that, if you're not, charging them with anything, then they shouldn't be out of the college football playoffs. But outside of that, this is definitely caught the world in a frenzy. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
If I'm being 100% honest, JRob, I still feel like this isn't really that big of a deal. The way they're treating this like it was Spygate or Deflategate in a weird way. And maybe it's just me, but I'm like, so we just gonna be out here acting like Jim. If this is absolutely true, we just gonna be out here acting like Jim Harbaugh is the only person doing this in the entire on the entire nation. So mind you, I get the fact. It seems petty. It also seems petty in a way because this does feel like one of the better Michigan teams that they've had in a while. Mm-hmm. They feel like they have a really good chance to do anything. Mind you, I still feel like once you get in the playoff and you play Georgia, I'm not confident. But every now and then, like, it's just like right when you think things, all right, this is where we're ending, something else new comes. Like we just talked right before you went live. Michigan forwarded Ohio State, Rutgers, now another team, and saying that they were stealing signs. So what's that going to do? Are they going to treat it with the exact same vitriol that they're treating Michigan with? Plus, now Michigan has a rallying cry for the rest of the season. Everybody on their team was tweeting bet or whatever. Even Tom Brady tweeted bet, and they went in, they beat Penn State, but it still feels like I'm still waiting for like the big thing to drop, JRob, that makes me really think that this is a really big deal in a weird way.
Early, you want to go ahead before I go?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of with Random on this. Like, sign stealing, it just don't seem like nothing that's like it's too crazy to where everything that Jim Harbaugh has been through. I just don't think the sign stealing is that crazy. Honestly, like I said, like Random said, I'm looking for some information that's gonna wow me and make me go, "Oh my god!" Like, sign stealing just ain't a lot to me, man.
I would be remiss. There is like a guy pretending to be a part of there are some stuff there that had me think like, all right, this guy's pretending to be a part of another team's staff, a D3 thing, but still at the same time, I'm like, this doesn't still seem like that smoking gun, but maybe I'm just wrong. And JRob, you tap in more into college football than we do. Maybe you paid attention, so maybe you see something that we don't see.
So this is my thoughts on the situation. You be a better criminal. At the end of the day, there's rules. So for people who don't know, in the NCAA, I'm gonna give you like a Division I perspective of how film works. So when you play a new team, the conference, the film gets looked over before it gets sent for other teams to go through. So everybody's on a level playing field in terms of their scouting report when it comes to the film. I don't know the entirety, but I know it's either somebody a representative of the conference, or it is it's between coaches. But there is an agreement in the exchange of film, and it's obviously something that goes on. Now, the sign stealing. Listen, I don't think Michigan is the first team. I don't agree. I don't agree with the sign stealing being a big deal, like y'all said. Like, I understand on the surface level, people were doing it everywhere. But at the end of the day, just because everybody's stealing, don't mean when you finally get caught stealing, you're not going to have to go to jail. And that's the problem. You gotta. This reminds me of like the signs with the chains at UCLA. Like, for example, y'all telling me about the NIL deals and Why do you even have that with you? I don't want. Listen, you do something like that. There's still a crime to stealing, regardless of what you may say. Like, everybody's doing it. Why would you not have security? Yeah, you could maybe think of there's parameters around it, but if something is a crime, it's a crime. And so they broke the rules. And listen, I do think they should have been a little more sly. Do I also think this coach that was doing all of this, he's a little obsessive. You can clearly see this is a bad cog in your machine. But this is what I'm saying, though. If you're going to have the major drug operation, every piece, you got to understand what's going on in the hierarchy. If you got a cog within the machine that is not out there, being discreet and moving around with some sort of discretion, he's going to get caught. And we're in the world where people are doing anything for clout, fame. Once the story came out, wasn't they getting the text message where this guy was going for like random kids and giving them seats, tickets to games, and having them record what they were seeing? So this guy was going absolutely out of his mind to go ahead and steal. And so, bro, at the end of the day, if they don't get caught, nobody cares. And I'll be honest, I don't think it is a big deal. I'm gonna be honest in terms of like on the surface level. I don't. Like, I'm not looking at them like some sort of like they I don't want to look at it like I think sign stealing is like some big thing to the game. But I will say this though. You did get in trouble for doing something that you're not allowed to do. It just that I think when sometimes it gotta be that transparent. Like, there's rules in place. You got caught violating the rules. And I think everybody tries to go get a competitive advantage. But I will say this. I will not, to all the Michigan fans out there, Michigan fans, Jim Harbaugh is not a martyr. He's not. The NCAA in this situation, to me, they're not picking on you. You got the coach out there crying and whatnot.
That was a bad look. I'm not gonna lie.
He was crying after the game, like Coach Harbaugh got fired and something happened, like his dog died. I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro. Jim Harbaugh is not a martyr. He had a bad employee who they probably advised to go and do what he was doing, and he didn't do it in the best way to not get found out. Now, I don't think they need to go as far as this guy was going in order to win games. As you can see, they beat Penn State on the second half, clearly running the football, didn't attempt the pass play, said we're going to run on you for the entire second half, show you what we're doing, and try to stop it, which I respect. They couldn't stop it, which to Michigan's credit, one of the best trolls of the year, easily one of the best trolls of the year. However, long story short, they're not martyrs, bro. They're just not. Like, we're not. The NCAA is not picking on you. You were literally not following rules. You literally had an employee going out, finding students, wearing fake coaching gear. Like, he was like he was in the CIA. He was doing things that were over the top for some sign stealing. You got on the opposing team's coach's gear, like, dude. You got sunglasses on everywhere you go he got the Spy Kids, bro. He got the Spy Kids glasses with the camera in it. This is not a lie. This is chat. Just to the people watching this. That's not cap. He literally had a camera in his sunglasses. They got pictures of him random, early. It's the dead of night.
It's crazy. I can't say. I can't defend it.
The stadium is lit bright. How bright are them college stadiums? You was just at the Rose Bowl.
It was not. It's not that bright, bro.
It was on some CIA shit. You know that's serious, bro.
Like, what are we doing?
It was a Russian spy.
Like, bro really got the camera, like the camera and the sunglasses. Like, my brother, like, we can't really. This is the one time I will say. Because as somebody who's not a fan of the NCAA, I do think the NCAA is one of the most corrupt sports systems out by far. But with that being said, the NCAA not picking on Michigan, bro.
A private investigator in his past life.
Yeah, like, bro, he was
a private investigator in his past life.
Like, what is he doing, bro? Bro, come on, bro. Chill out, bro.
I'm crying just thinking about it. It's mind you. Look. Overall, him just the fact that he was on like where does he know somebody on Central Michigan? The team that he stood on the sideline where he got the he probably went to the team store and got the shirt, got some sunglasses.
Bro, before games, bro. So go incognito.
I can just random. I can just pick somebody.
It was so dramatic. It was so dramatic.
And him like running off like, oh shit.
Like, bro, like what are we doing? It was so dramatic. It was so dramatic. Like, bro, why is everybody like, why are they picking up, bro? And I will say this though, too. The America's team thing lose me with that. First of all, they're not America's team. Go State.
Jim Harbaugh was trolling when he said that. Don't believe that.
But no.
He was trolling. Hey, no way.
Michigan has never been America's team.
They are the Cowboys of college football, bro. Come on, stop it. They are the Cowboys.
Your man had a pair of buffs.
Bro,
I was some real Detroit shit. He had a pair of buffs.
Bro, I had buffs on with the camera, bro. Like, dog, who can you really be mad at?
He was flying shit cheating.
Like, bro, they dead cheating. Like, they are cheating. He's cheating. Like, you cannot be mad that they are literally being investigated. If you have a coach going to scout a game and he sits in the crowd and writes notes or pulls out his phone, cool. Mm-hmm. But if he goes into the team store, gets a coach's half zip and puts some Spy Kids 3D shades on with a camera in it and is recording the game live, dog, damn near from the sideline at that, what am I supposed to do?
Man spent $100 and something.
Definitely blowing the spot up, big dog. Like you blowing the spot up, dog.
Like what we need to do is go look at that coach and be like, bro, you really did the most. That's what the reaction I feel like should be. That coach was doing the absolute most, and that's what the is what's going on. So I'm not thinking about it in a big deal, bro. I'm not.
No, so my question is, JRob. So they suspended Harbaugh through the end of the regular season. They even like Michigan rescinded like his contract extension. Well, I still think if they're smart, they'll literally
going to the NFL. He's going to the NFL.
All right, take your ass to the NFL.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So do they suspend him if Michigan makes the playoffs? Do they keep him suspended? Do they have the balls to do that? Because that's when he becomes a martyr. I'm sorry. If you suspend him for the playoff, he becomes a full martyr.
Yeah, if you suspend him for the playoff, he becomes a martyr. But I mean, like I keep saying, like, bro, they were not following the rules. Like, if they weren't following the rules, they get in trouble for it. Like, there's nothing I can do. And look, I'm not mad at Jim Harbaugh. This is not his fault specifically. Like, it's not like he was out there doing it. But you're still the head of the snake, so somebody has to take the responsibility for it, you know. Has there ever been a coach that got suspended twice in one season? I don't think so, actually. I don't think so at all, actually. But
that would be crazy, right? What would you have to do?
That Michigan team is so good too. That's what's up. That's sad, man.
That's why I'm saying it. Like, it feels like they have their best team in a while. And this is what's going on. But also, Jim Harbaugh is a guy who's not going to stay too long in one place, right? Like, he was never, even when he left the 49ers and all that. So he doesn't seem like a guy who stayed. Because even like a few years ago, before they started beating, I'm sorry, JRob, your Buckeyes consistently over the last couple of years.
They've only beat us twice in the last 10 years.
Hey, but it's 2 in a row, though. That's what I'm saying. It's 2 in a row. So before that, they were trying to get him out. I'm like, do y'all realize the dumpster fire y'all gave him when he walked into the program and he fixed it?
Nah, he definitely got that thing. Yeah, they were bad. People forget Michigan was really trash for a minute.
Same thing with San Fran.
I will say this though. If I'm the Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, or potentially the Los Angeles Chargers,
listen,
I want me some Jim Harbaugh. Yeah.
I'm excited, dog. Come on now.
Hold on, Bradell. We haven't gotten it. We're still talking about
what he can do with Bryce Young.
MC, I'm sorry, but they still 2-0 against you in the last 2. That's all I'm saying. MC Robinson and JRob. I apologize. I'm just
it took a decade for them to get them 2 games, bro.
Hey, They
Bro,
did
I'm
it.
gonna be honest, bro. There was one point where, bro, we were literally checking off Michigan, putting a circle around Wisconsin. That was the game of the year, not Michigan. It was Wisconsin at one point. But Riddell, moving on, we were talking a little bit Jim Harbaugh in his future. I definitely want to see him in the league, but now let's get to this Wembanyama madness. So I just want to preface with a little context.
Just woke up. You all right, Riddell, man? Get the boogers out your eyes. Just woke up. Like his mom got him up ready for school.
Leave him alone early, please.
So I just want to context. So this title's a week old. So this was supposed to be a week before when he went crazy on KD and D Book. So that's when the question. But we get a week later. Obviously, he got a good game tonight against Chet Holmgren. I'm excited to see how that matchup goes. My question to you is Victor Wembanyama a top 20 player already in the NBA?
Chat, listen
strictly
up.
Off his potential.
Strictly off potential. I'm not trying to hear that. Chat, listen up right here, bro. Listen up, chat.
And it's a question. Obviously, the title says, but it's a question. It's a question. Is he top 20?
Incoming Mavericks propaganda.
I will say this.
Top 25 max. Top 25
I will say
max.
this. You know, I was on Trent show. We were talking some football. JJ was saying some crazy stuff about Jared Goff being better than Josh Allen. But then Random hit me up and said, bro,
recently
push this agenda about Wemby being top 20. I'm like, bro, we need to stop. We need to stop, bro.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I was just letting you know what JRob said.
Wemby, I like his game. I like his potential. But there's levels to this. I'm with Mars because I watch the Spurs. Devin Vassell is the better offensive player on the team.
Yeah, right now
there's levels to this, bro. Wemby, you can say whatever you want about Popovich. Wemby does not like to go in the post for a reason. He can't back anybody down because he's not strong enough. He can't. He has the dribble moves. He's not going by anybody for a reason. They're not gonna.
He don't like to bang. He don't like to bang like that.
So Wemby, what he likes to do is kind of very similar to I think someone brought up like early Dirk. He likes to just shoot over people. Yeah. And he's good at it, but there's levels to this, bro. There's levels. And so Wemby is not top 20 in the NBA.
All right, so this is my thing. I don't think he's a top 20 player either. I do think there needs to be a level of consistency in some things in order for him to be top 20. I also think he does in the offseason need to build a bit of muscle. If he builds more muscle than fat, it will stick to him better if he does it the right way. Look at Giannis.
Yeah, but
I said they should call the Bucks and see what they did about with.
But that is a terrorist.
No, he don't want to get too. He don't want to get too strong. He don't want to get too strong. But I'm gonna say this though. This is my thing about Wembanyama though, and this is where it's Riddell. I hear he not top 20, but I will say this: when he plays and when he's in a basketball game and he is hot, he's in rhythm. There's not 20 players in the world you'd rather have over him. And what I mean by that is when you saw that game against KD and Devin Booker, he was clearly the best player on the floor. So what I'm saying is when his potential and his skill set meet and you see the flashes of it, I don't think when he's playing at his absolute best, like what he did against the Suns, like that's one of the 20 best players on the planet. Now he's not there yet, but I'm saying when he, like, bro, the potential is stupid. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way about Chet Holmgren too, though. Like they found him, they got 3 stars. They got 3 real young stars in Oklahoma City. Like I think Chet Holmgren is gonna be one of the best players on the planet too, bro.
JRob, Chet is like that for different reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Because Chet, no. Chet's a better.
I'm not gonna call him soft.
No. Chet is a better.
Chet is soft.
No, he's not soft.
Chet's soft and not Wemby. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Chet's not soft. I think Chet right now is easily the better defender.
I think Wemby's soft too. Hold up, I never said Wemby was.
No, but Chet isn't soft. Chet is actually I think Chet is actually more physical basketball.
And gets rebounds.
He's just skinny right now. Like he just don't have a. You got to remember he's what 20.
He get moved around.
He get moved, but bro,
skinny.
but he defends at the rim. He defends at that rim right now. He moves his feet better. He's already the better defender of the two. Now the upside is obviously the better defender.
No, stop
it. Yes, he literally is.
Stop it.
Chet is a better defender. He's a monster blocking shots.
No.
early. You're falling for certain things. You're falling for the fact that Chet can just jump and block a
Nah,
three-pointer.
Chet is the better defender right now, bro. I
Chet
think he's the better
rotates
defender.
better. He has better instincts around the rim.
Y'all
The
know
way
Wemby
he
like third in
defends the
blocks, right?
rim is better because he uses both hands. Wemby is tall and he has good like blocking instincts. I give you that. But Chet
He
understands
like third in
defense
blocks.
better. Chet is the anchor of the Thunder defense. Wemby doesn't even play down low. Zach Collins plays down low. Wemby plays in the perimeter.
Collins carrying my fantasy team right now, for real. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out Zach Collins. Wemby can be like one of the best defenders. Also, the people who have Wemby as the number 2 odds for defensive player of the year. Stop, bro.
You're glazing. You're glazing. You're glazing. They're literally glazing, bro.
The number 2? Is that what you said? Number 2,
bro, behind Rudy Gobert, bro. Literally.
Oh,
no way.
Not even
so Anthony Davis doesn't exist. Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't exist.
Yeah, that was. I think that shit
Anthony
is
Davis
actually
is number
ridiculous.
5. Like what?
Yeah,
no, but I'm just saying, like, how could you rank Wemby over those two off rip, like right now?
You shouldn't be over Bam at all. Like
Bam also.
Bam
on some, it depends on where you go though. Because on some, like the one I'm looking at, I don't want to plug the sports book because obviously they don't pay us. But I'm gonna say that right now this one got Rudy Gobert, Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson, Victor Wembanyama is 4th, bro. And
that's 7. Oh, I'll take. Was it you said?
Chet Holmgren is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He has the 15th best odds under Scotty Barnes.
Where's Bam Adebayo?
He's third in blocks.
But early, playing defense in basketball is more than just blocks.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, like
so you're telling me right now, early, that like, first of all, before I even ask that question, do you agree with the odds right now, early, in terms of where Wemby is placed?
What numbers again? You said?
You said in the one that you saw, you said he was 4th. JRob?
Yeah, he.
Say it again.
He was 4th in terms of defensive player of the year odds right now. You telling me you're telling me right now you take only 4 players if you need a stop on defense. You take only 4 players over Wemby if you need to stop on defense.
Fuck, that's a little soon.
Because it's more than just blocks, man. It's more than just blocks.
But he not top 4, but he top 10 though.
Yeah, I could give you top 10. He's definitely gonna be for the next 20 years. I'll say at least 15. One of the premier shot blockers in the league. I will give it, but if you look at Chet Holmgren, bro, like if you're just watching the games, like he's better right now, bro. Like as a defender, bro, and I think he's definitely been more physical.
Yeah, because the nigga did a year. Wait a minute, because he did a year of college. And this is really his sophomore year. So, like,
bro, Wembanyama's
been playing pro basketball for longer.
Yeah, but Wembanyama been hold on. But Wembanyama been playing against grown man bodies longer than Chet has. If you want to be transparent, if you want to be objective. But my next thing I want to ask y'all too, because this is since we on the subject of hoops and propaganda and all of that. What do y'all think about Lou Williams' comments on the bubble, saying that they heard rumblings of it not counting, and so they took their feet off the gas. What do y'all think about
Lou Will was on the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
At that point, bro, that seems like, bro, you let the Nuggets walk you down 3-1. Like, you let them walk you down. Like, you can't defend that, and that may have been JRob their Clippers' best chance to win it all, if you really think about it, where everybody was healthy, and I'm just like, how could you say that straight up? Maybe you didn't take it seriously because you was at Magic City eating barbecue wings or whatever you was doing. Maybe you didn't take it seriously, but how could you say that with a straight face, playing professional basketball where you're getting paid, that you didn't take a chance to win an NBA title that seriously?
To play a little, not devil's advocate, but for me, when it comes down to it, when I was looking at the Clippers that season and all the rumblings before like the bubble playoff started, it was very obvious that the Clippers weren't taking it seriously. And that is to their detriment, but it was very obvious they weren't taking it seriously.
That's so crazy.
I mean, it was more than just Clippers because they were talking about how they, players not playing in the playoffs. I know Kyrie brought it up, LeBron brought it up. So the Clippers before the bubble were better than the Lakers. I don't care what anybody tells me. They were better than the Lakers. When the bubble happened, they took their.
The Clippers were better than the Lakers.
I don't
Clippers
agree
beat
with
them.
that. The Lakers
At that time, in 2020, at that time, that's not clear cut. The last time they played going into the bubble, the Lakers literally smoked them. LeBron had a master class against them. I'm not going to sit here and say they were clearly a better team. Actually, I would also argue that the Lakers winning the bubble was the likely thing to happen because then they have the best record.
They were. I remember they were getting way better, and then all of a sudden the NBA shut down.
They were one of the top teams in the league. They were
not
higher.
The Lakers were bad. I think the Lakers and Clippers were the two best teams. I do think.
But you said they were better, and I think that's not that can't be.
I think
that's tough to say.
I think if they went to the playoffs in the 7-game series, I was going to take the Clippers. But I won't give the excuse to the Lou Williams. I don't think it should be an excuse. Just because you didn't take it seriously doesn't mean anything because you didn't win. I mean, you failed. That's a failure. You didn't take.
You had something historic happen to you.
Yo,
I always thought the Clippers never took it seriously. Lou Williams just confirmed some of my thoughts. To be honest,
that's crazy, right? That's so crazy. You have a chance to win a title. I don't care what anybody says. I understand that
a bubble. There was a decent amount of people weren't taking.
Rodell, I understand that people like us on the outside don't take it seriously, saying it's a Mickey.
I don't believe that, bro.
Yeah, but
I don't believe that.
Yeah, but
people are taking it serious.
In NBA history, 2020, they're always going to say.
Number of people who didn't want to come back.
Then don't come back. They would have kept it pushing without you. They don't come back at all.
I ain't gonna lie. That sounds a little soft, but.
Yeah, I understand that, but Patrick Beverly said it best. If LeBron says we're going to the bubble, we're going to the bubble. That's you're talking potentially billions of dollars.
It doesn't change how people feel.
No, I got you, but you're talking about billions of dollars that you're willing to give up, and I don't care what anybody says whether or not you want to call it Mickey Mouse ring or not. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are still 2020 NBA champions. You can't take that away from them just because you didn't want to take it seriously.
Wait, and my other thing before you go, because I'm gonna give you the floor. I meant to say I didn't have the best record, but that was the year they started the season 24-3 to start the year. They're one of the best teams in basketball, so that's why I wanted to say I don't think there was clear cut that the Clippers were better. I don't even think there was enough context to come to that conclusion, just because I think both teams at that time were fairly new. Like we didn't.
Wasn't the Clippers had a win streak against the Lakers though, right?
Yeah, and then the Lakers right before the world shut down, the Lakers had beat them. This is when LeBron snapped against the Bucks. But yeah, but that's besides the point. The reason why I can't get behind people wasn't taking this seriously is because I looked at a lot of the players in the league and what they was doing. Like the Clippers was one of the main teams gallivanting and showboat. Does anybody not remember that Trailblazers game with Pat Bev doing all of this and they talking all of that hot mess? Paul George was a part of that too. They was gallivanting in there and all of that. And Riddell, I hear you. Maybe it was a lot of some mental shit, some mental stuff. But bro, listen to me, man. They were playing in quiet gyms, no pressure, no crowds.
Yeah.
Open gym style basketball, bro.
Yeah,
everybody had an even chance. That's why you saw certain players. That's why you saw TJ Warren out of his mind because he felt like he was hooping back at the park. I watched Jimmy Butler give that thing everything he had. And Riddell, I'll say this. I could get behind that taking the foot off the gas thing if they would have got 3-0, 3-1. I mean 4-1. If they would have got fried out the get-go, cool. I'm not getting behind the fact that you played 3 games well enough to win, and then I got to play 3 games not good enough to lose. That don't really sound valid to me. That sounds like an excuse. And what I personally feel like is I have high regard for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and Lou Williams for who they are as basketball players. But we do have to give it a rest about this narrative that, they were so mentally out of it, and that's the reason why they didn't excel in the bubble, because everybody in that situation was under all of the exact same conditions as the Clippers. Every single player there. So you're not going to and the fact that you say you wasn't feeling it, it almost diminishes the work that all the other teams put in to get there. Because it doesn't just diminish the ring for the Lakers. It diminishes the finals at the Western Conference Finals teams. The Nuggets played their asses off to get there. The
Suns, who didn't lose a game in the bubble,
the Suns was out there not taking the series. They didn't lose a game because they were trying to get to the playoffs. Damian Lillard literally went there with an opportunity. Like, I still want to go out there and try to win. So I just think that was such a cop out, and y'all could just say that. I think it's okay to admit that y'all mentally just broke. Y'all broke. Y'all folded. Yeah. Go ahead, Early.
Since the moment Kawhi Leonard has stepped foot in LA, dog, the Clippers have been complete terrorists, dog. Like on some like when George Bush was president type shit. Like, here's the thing that kills me about the Clippers, right? First and foremost, y'all
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
To be honest, he's very low. I have no idea what he said.
Oh my! I heard. Oh my God.
Can y'all hear me?
Early. Are you kidding me, bro?
What happened?
Bro,
Oh my
like,
God.
bro, you make bro, you can't make a joke like that at all.
What joke did I make? I think it was a
You,
terrorist that was George Bush president. What? I said something wrong?
what happened when
Oh,
during Jordan? What happened during
Bro.
George Bush's presidency, bro?
You could literally get people sued for that, bro.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, that's the
Come
joke.
on, bro.
I
Yeah, no
wasn't
You,
thinking
joke.
of it
No
like,
joke.
okay, hold on, time out. I
yeah,
wasn't
bro.
thinking like that at all. I'm just saying he was they bad a bad tenure. I wasn't
Yeah,
thinking about
but
that at all. As far
yeah,
as
but bro, you keep but the
so,
things you put together, the words you put together, it don't work, bro. You gotta you know,
so
there's
my
some
apologies.
you know
That was
you,
not on PC at
yeah.
all. That was all on Earl. But I will say this, and I will move past. I think that they could have lost to the Mavericks if Porzingis didn't get hurt. I watched Luka literally cook every last one of them. They were up three. They were up 3-1 against the Nuggets. They were up by double-digit points every fourth quarter of those games they lost and came back on. So let's not act like y'all wasn't putting that effort. Y'all were literally blowing them out going into the fourth quarter in every last one of them games, and they literally walked y'all down. So all this, we didn't really take it that serious and this and that. No, that is a complete lie. Y'all just lost because of y'all. Not only was it y'all coaching, it was y'all players. I can give you they call him Pandemic P because he was going through a lot at that time. I can give you that. But they played well enough to easily beat them to the point where LeBron and them even said going into I want to say game 5, when they were up by like 14 going into the fourth, they literally was like, all right, well, I guess we got the Clippers next. Literally, they were already in their minds preparing for the Clippers. They walked y'all down because Luca and Jamal Murray, as you can see this past last year, showed that they are one of the greatest duos in NBA history. I have lost a lot of respect for Paul George and Kawhi since they touched the Clippers, dog. I really have. Like, it's been so many excuses. I feel like Paul George has lost himself with the Clippers. I feel like Kawhi has completely lost himself with the Clippers. The Clippers is a team that we have never respected for years, but we give them this leniency, and we're always making them so they might make it or making sure they might be contenders every single year, and they disappoint every single year. So for Lou Will, 2 years retired from the league, to come out and just say, "Oh, we didn't take it that serious, and that's why we didn't win." It's like, dog, let it go, bro. I continue to try to make LeBron James' fourth championship seem like it don't matter, and y'all been doing that. But if y'all won that championship, y'all be walking around. Pat Beverly, could you imagine Pat Beverly with a ring? Oh my, and y'all be walking around like y'all won, like y'all run LA if y'all won that championship.
Oh,
I'm tired of hearing about it, dog.
I think the toughest part is even when you look at that, which is crazy that Lou Will said that. Bro, the round before the Nuggets came back 3-1 on Utah, right? Because they came back 3-1 on Utah, and you saw
Yeah.
Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell putting on a show in that round.
Yeah, like
I don't know how
you can't sit here and say people did not want to play. Them boys was hooping out there, bro. They was
So,
hooping.
just to clarify, I'm not saying that everybody didn't want to play. Obviously, there were players that obviously wanted to play.
Yeah.
I think
Boys
the
was
majority of
hooping.
them probably wanted to
What
play.
fact?
I will say the Clippers definitely didn't look like it, and from what they were saying, they didn't look like they were interested in coming back.
That's so
But I will say this though, that the Clippers, just because the Clippers were like playing basketball and obviously playing to win, there's always that extra edge that comes to winning a playoff series. And I don't think they had that edge in that playoff series. I didn't think they cared enough. So I think that's the difference, because the Nuggets cared. The Nuggets care every time they play because
They cared. They wanted to win at the start. Yeah.
they cared. So they had that extra edge will put them over the top. That extra edge really changes things for teams that are relatively evenly matched. And for the Clippers, they weren't talented enough to act how they were. So it's all their fault. I stand by that. It's all their fault for them losing. It's all them for blowing a 3-1 lead. Also, Doc Rivers not being great, but at the same time, yeah, it's terrible for them. There's really no
craziest part is JRob. Doc Rivers blows like another 3-1 lead. like in the next few years. Like,
yo, bro, like they sell Doc. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe some of these players just might be selling Doc Rivers, but who knows?
No, it can't keep on happening. It's just like it's
like, bro, it gotta be a little bit. It gotta be a little bit of bad luck. But I gotta say this though. I gotta admit, man. I personally think, Riddell, that the moment people started to say that that the bubble was too hard and everybody was checked out, I think it was convenient for the Clippers players that were on that team to run with it, bro. Mm-hmm. I just personally think it was convenient to run with the idea that they just didn't want to be there, and then and I feel like they all run with it. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that it wasn't hard, because listen, no offense to those players, but everybody here went through COVID. There were some people that were, like we all went through COVID. Like there were some people who were also separated from their families during this time. There were some people who could not fly. Like there was a lot of things that separated people. Some people were not. So we all were going through stuff during this time. I'm not even trying to act like I'm not trying to dismiss nobody's mental health through this process. I'm not.
Bro, Steven Adams said it best, bro. He said, bro, we're on a resort. It's not that.
Yeah, but no, but then I look at Steven Adams, and I could understand you may miss your family and stuff, but at the end of the day, bro, you're about to see a check with 6 to 7 digits on it, and you got to play basketball. And you know what? You playing basketball right now is not only is making you money to feed your family through one of the hardest times in the entire world right now, but also there's a bunch you got a whole bunch of fans that are the only thing we got to look forward to during this thing is to watch y'all hoop. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so you get to be on a resort. You playing basketball. You got, come on, Riddell. Them rooms was popping. Room service was great.
Bro, they don't gotta travel either. They just gotta stay in the resort.
Yeah, like,
we're honest with you.
Like, I just think, and I'm gonna be my last thing. The Clippers is the only team who've been running with these narratives. The only team, bro. Yeah. Nobody else has ran with it. It's only been one team, so I gotta make sure that's a part of it too.
No, the toughest part, I guess. I mean, I always thought about the bubbles. Like, man, like I gotta go see Jimmy Butler after he just gave my team 40, bro. Like I just seen him outside on he said the hot tub. I'm like, hey, bro, Jim, we can't talk right now, bro. We just can't talk. You did or like when Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray were swapping 40-point games, which was crazy. But I think they also, Lil Will understands, man, that was legitimately their best chance. Obviously, we're talking about this in hindsight. That was their best chance to win it all.
So how cooked are they now? Are they cooked? Are they cooked?
I don't like the James Harden fit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan. Even though people bring up the fact that it's not all on James Harden, which is fine, I do think there's some context missing, because when James Harden comes, there's a certain vibe on the court, the expectation of what James Harden is going to do on the court. Obviously, he doesn't bring any defense. James Harden doesn't really defend. He's not really the off-ball mover. He's not going to really move off-ball. And I mean, I guess he's a good three-point shooter, so maybe he's catch and shoot, but he slows down the offense at the end of the day. And not only that, when it comes down to all the players you left off of with all the wing, the people who are going to do the extra hard work stuff that the Clippers need, hard work players who are going to dive on the ball and do what's necessary, defend your best player, regardless of what you think about Nicholas Batum and Covington, those are their jobs.
Yeah.
Those are what the Clippers need at the end of the day. And they don't have that. They got 4 players, 4 stars who don't know what their role is on this team. That's what they got right now.
Yeah, I remember talking about it with Chill when the trade was made, and I know I was on Chill with Chill, and then we saw that first interaction when James Harden enters the locker room, and Russ Westbrook is kind of like, "Nah, you stay over there," and it sounded kind of funny, but even Chill was like, "That's weird."
I'm going to tell you why I thought that was weird too, Random, because bro, half the reason why they split up in Houston is because they both mutually decided that they can't win together.
Yeah, and Russell.
Like, you think Russ was really happy to see James come back? Come on, let's be honest.
He found after a horrible stint with the Lakers, he found a team where he can be a part of that works, and he's the guy that at the end of the day wants. And the craziest part is James Harden doesn't adds to this problem that the Clippers have. That they're all kind of injury prone. All their best players except for Russ. He's a guy that goes out every night. Somebody that the fans know that he's going to come out, and it's just like he's the one who's going to get hurt the most. And all of a sudden, if it doesn't work with the Clippers, Where does Russ go? Where he can get in contention.
My biggest problem is y'all had it rolling. Why would y'all go get it? And I know for a fact it had to been Kawhi and Paul George agreeing to it, because it's almost like if you with a girl and she's everything to you and you love her and she's all you need her to be, any girl coming your way, you like, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. So they had to have came to them and said, hey, man, we're thinking about getting James Harden. And they had to okay it. But why would you okay it when you had it rolling? Like, why would you bring up to the – I just don't make sense to me. Why would you bring up to the team?
I'll say this, man.
Don't even fit.
I hate to go back down this road. I didn't want to have to go back down this road. But there's only one decision to make this work. And y'all know what I'm going to say already. Russ has to come off the bench. Yeah, like he got to come off the bench. It's not fair.
Why does Russ have to pay for this move?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. Dirty work guy. But bro, you have to early. You have to remember, one of the reasons why James Harden and Russell Westbrook didn't work to begin with. What did James Harden and Russ dominate the league in during their peaks? Usage. Mm-hmm. Most ball-dominant players during their respective stretches of their MVP level of play. Both of them led the NBA in usage. Both of them. You look at it now, two guys that need the basketball to be effective. Like James Harden don't cut to the basket.
No, that's not fair, dog. That ain't fair, dog.
I feel like you gotta put Russ in.
In the playoffs last year, when it was just him and Kawhi, literally be a 1-2 punch and take it to the Suns every game. This man has been a model citizen since he came to the Lakers, dog. You are a dude who didn't play the whole first couple games. Basically, you didn't even show up to camp. They told you stay home. You get to come to a team, and now the guy who's been there for the last year or so, building camaraderie, doing everything he needs to do, he got to come off the bench. Man, that's man.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but it's tough. It's not fair. So the craziest part is at this point, we're looking, and if they don't figure this out, you got so many questions. Where does James Harden go? Where does Russ go? PG and Kawhi, both their contracts end this year, and now the Clippers are going into that new arena. And JRob, let me tell you, that new arena.
Fire,
good, man.
Yeah, fire.
It
ain't gonna ever be Lakers though. It's never.
I understand, and maybe the toughest part is that, and I always forget the owner of the Clippers. What his name? But he's Steve Ballmer. He's very competitive. You've seen the man, like bro. He's out here sweating like that Arizona coach. Like he done played 48 minutes, when like living and dying with the team. So I understand being competitive, but maybe this is a chance just a complete fresh start. Like maybe you keep Ty Lue and like, look, man, let's just figure this out. Send everybody out, get whatever. I'd keep Russ because you need somebody who the LA fans would be like, yo, this guy's here every night. Yeah. He works hard, and send him off. And then maybe you just start building again. In order for you to compete in any way with the Lakers, which is impossible if we're really being honest, you need to build something like organic and unique. And you have a perfect like refresh right now with the new arena, and I understand that, and I understand it's tough. But Steve Ballmer, you make enough money anyway. You pay for these mistakes because it's been bad. It's been a bad investment right now. So pay for these mistakes. Go get yourself a player. Because I know every time you watch an OKC game, you're watching Shea go crazy. You punch in the air because you forced that trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Steve Ballmer,
the Western Conference Finals, trade everything. Like I mean, you let go everything. Like you just restart from scratch, dog. That do not bring that team into this new stadium. Please don't do that. Please
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest, bro. I would honestly consider, before going into that new stadium, I would really consider like really blowing up the whole thing. Move everybody.
Like move everybody.
Like Kawhi, you want to go be a Laker? I'll move you to the Lakers, bro. Like everybody. Bye, everybody.
Jimmy Butler, bye.
Yeah, bye, bro. Go bye, yeah. Because the thing is, bro, you got to go into the future. You don't want to go into the future with James Harden as their franchise piece right now to fill seats. Because right now, I don't personally think people are really going out their way to see what James Harden is now in his career. I don't think people are going out their way to see him. I mean, the only reason I say blowing up the whole team, I know it may sound crazy, but the reason I say blow up the team is you're going into a whole new future, Chivalrous Reviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're about to start you're about to go into a whole new era in this franchise. A great way to build an entirely new identity. And then you're ready to build a whole. You're getting a stadium in Inglewood, California. You have your own place, own identity, and I think if you have your own identity, you should go in with a new face of that franchise. You feel me? And so you gotta go.
So I
do
guess
that.
Chivalrous, because I know Chivalrous
only
is a
problem would
Clippers
be,
fan.
in all honesty, my only problem would be don't send none of them niggas to the Nuggets. They don't need no more help. Please just don't trade with the
Nah,
Nuggets.
Nuggets just need.
None of them niggas, they don't need no more. If you give Jokic, Paul George, Kawhi, it is going to be over. Please just keep them away from the Nuggets.
I want Paul George to come to the. I want Paul George to come to the Knicks. Honestly.
Yeah, do that. But just stay away from the Nuggets.
Oh my God, Paul George on the Mavericks. That they would actually be like the perfect three together because of what they do, what they all respectively do.
So Luka can win them both chips.
I forgot. I think somebody said a super chat earlier, JRob, but I guess the one thing is Chivalrous Reviews. I know you're a Clipper fan. What do you blowing up the team is crazy. What do you want to do? You're gonna try and re-sign.
Let me just do the super chat real quick, so I'll get it done quick. Does Georgia jump OSU for the first after beating Ole Miss? Honestly, drink more water, probably, because unfortunately, the Notre Dame game is starting to not hold the same weight it did a few weeks ago because Notre Dame is just not very good, I guess. So the Sam Hartman experiment is over. All right, go ahead, Randall.
That Georgia team is so good.
So Chivalrous Reviews, I guess I'm asking, if blowing up the team is crazy, what do you want to do now? Do you want to try again? Kawhi has proven that he can't stay healthy, and you remember it's on borrowed time, and as every second Kawhi gets worse because of his knees. Mm-hmm. So what? You're gonna rely on Paul George? No, you can't. He's not a person who can lead you. He's proven he's not a person who can lead you where he wants to go. He even said himself he's fine with being a number 2. James Harden, he's gonna quit on y'all the same way he quit on all his other teams except for OKC, ironically. He's gonna quit on y'all. Russ, you may not like Russ, but God, Russ every single night, he's there. He's putting in work. He's somebody that your fans can rally around as you build something around him. Russ should be your centerpiece right now, unless you want to get rid of him. And I don't know who you pull out. What, Terrence Mann?
Your centerpiece? Yeah, them niggas are old.
But right now, early. The only reason I'm saying your centerpiece because they don't have anything else. I don't even think I'll be surprised. First of all, would Kawhi and PG sign?
Wait, let me ask you a question. When does the new season start? When do they open up next year? Do they get the new arena?
I thought they open up
the year after that.
I think they open up the year after, but let me check.
All right, so look, I gotta admit, listen. Where's Chivalrous Reviews? I hear you because you need to sell seats. I agree with you, Chivalrous Reviews.
You talking to a nigga who's been to like 20.
No, it's supposed to open next year. It's supposed to open next year, JRob.
But Chivalrous Reviews, humor me this. What if you guys get the number 1 pick, Cooper Flag?
Hey, Kawhi,
you blow it up, and go into. You go out your way. You blow the team up, move everything. You secure the number 1 pick in the draft. Look, they did it for the Spurs. They can do it for you. It's a good market. They want you to be good. They help the Spurs get Wemby. They help you get the number 1 pick. You get Cooper Flag. You go into Inglewood, California with Cooper Flag as your franchise player. So I'm just saying, I would definitely consider blowing it up.
They could get like 10 picks between Russ, Paul George, even Zubac.
And I know it sounds crazy.
You get like 10 to 15 picks, dog.
Yeah, get your picks back.
I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, once you get that young star, and obviously this is like your young star works out, everybody's coming over because they want to see him play. And this is LA. Once you start winning, people coming. People coming when you start winning.
And they giving up first round picks for Paul George, man. They giving them up.
The Clippers are not
white American who's like really good, which we haven't had in a long time. I think
Cooper Flag's the year after. He's the year after.
Oh Lord, JRob, this arena looks fantastic.
Cooper Flag's still in high school. Riddell, he's still in high school. He ain't even do his year at Duke yet. He ain't even do his year at Duke. So in technically it'd be 2025. So.
Do we all think Cooper Flag is that good?
I mean, I don't know, but it's bro. Listen, if I'm the Clippers, I'm trying to legitimately rebirth myself, rebirth my whole franchise. How do you rebirth yourself, Random? Go find you a LeBron James.
Absolutely.
Go find you a Michael Jordan. Go find you somebody that will put your franchise on the map. Because let's be honest, our kids are not going to look at the Lob City Clippers like a dynasty. Our kids are not going to look at the Kawhi Leonard, Paul George Clippers and remember these teams like there's somebody. Go blow it up and start over and go build. And I understand, sure, there's a lot of luck involved, but you gotta believe in it, man. You gotta go for it. Sometimes you gotta go for it.
Early. Also, think about
this. Money don't make money.
Yeah, JRob. Early. Think about this. Early. Think about this. It's the timing too. LeBron is getting ready to leave. And the Lakers, unless they find their next person, whoever that person is, unless they fully, and if AD decides to be that guy, JRob, you pay attention to the Lakers more than me. If AD decides to fully be that guy, the Lakers are going down right now because their two stars are getting older. And if they get Cooper Flag, I'm sorry, I'll still go see AD. I know people who go like, yeah, we just watched AD right now, then we're gonna go watch the Clippers later tonight. They'll do both. They'll do both.
Them tickets cost so much.
They cost so much, but there's some fools out there that are just gonna do it.
Wait, Drink More Water said they don't got their. Wait, Drink More Water just said they don't get a first. Oh, go ahead, early. But I'm just saying, Drink More Water just said you don't got a first round pick of 2030.
So you get. I don't know.
2030. Oh, you got to trade, JRob. Trade them all. Blow it up. Blow it up.
Think about this. You
trade. Oh boy, trade the guy you wife had. Trade everything.
You trade all your guys, right? All your guys, you're in all of them, right?
We cool.
Get your picks, but it's already looking like he might be done mentally out there. You get a Zion Williamson and let him be the face of your Clippers.
You could go get Zion.
Would he come to the Clippers though?
Why would he not come to LA? Why would he not come to LA?
No. The problem is not LA. The problem is the Clippers.
It doesn't matter.
That's the problem, early.
You can be the
if
new
they
Blake
trade
Griffin
Zion, Zion can't say no. He doesn't. What?
No. I'm not saying that, but I know that obviously. But this is a point where we're because we know that superstars in the NBA have a lot to say so, even though when they get traded for real and where they go
to an extent.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why would he say the Clippers instead of the Lakers?
They would take a Zion. He doesn't
have that much say. He's not gonna.
Hey, early. You know what I just
literally saw AD dictate where he wanted to go.
Maybe blowing up the team might be their only hope. Might be their only hope. Might be their only hope in recouping, bro.
James Harden literally forcing everywhere he's been going for the last 3 years.
James Harden's an exception. I don't know how he keeps getting away with
it. Bro, how does he keep getting away with it, bro?
He got pictures on somebody.
Zion, and then maybe a Cooper Cup in a year or two. And pair him with Zion, who's still 23 years old.
Okay,
think about that. Like you get to really
early. I hear what you're saying.
You get to do what you want.
Early, I hear what you're saying, but let me be realistic. None of that makes any sense. There's no way the Clippers are getting Zion and Cooper Flag. That doesn't make sense.
We're just talking right now. We're just chatting for real. We're just trying to help them out.
We don't gotta put false hope in Clipper fans.
Riddell, they built a $2 billion stadium in Inglewood, California, and they're trotting out the remains of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and eventually James Harden will quit on them again. And then he'll go to Shanghai or something. I don't know.
My thing is,
if they have a bad record this year, there's no way that the Pelicans ain't moving off Zion. There's no way. They're going to probably give him away. Like, yo, whoever wants this guy.
They're not going to give him away. They're not going to give him away.
Hey, context, you hear you got something you want to say on the way out? Because Fluent's top 10 is on at 9 o'clock. So make sure y'all go watch Fluent talk about his top 10. This week, it is his top 10 worst draft day moves of all time.
Okay.
I expect that shade trade to be up there. I'm not gonna lie.
Little fellas, my fault. I'm on the move and shit. I got this little lane shit. There's a couple of things that I feel like we're jumping a little bit off the fence for, especially with Zion. I think we should give it some time, let it work out. Trust, like they said, they gotta buy in. They gotta get, CJ McCollum. He's dealing with some injuries. Basically, that whole team is ruined right now with injuries. So give it some time. Let the team see if they can rock with them. If not, then you start for next year. You look at some options. But as far as this year, you got to ride it out. At this point, he's putting butts in the seats. Like he's still like star main attraction. As long as he's playing, I mean, why not? I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna really? You're gonna get pennies on a dollar. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get the value. At least get his value up, keep his value
what if
up.
He wants to go? Context. What if he wants to go?
But you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You have the leverage as the team. You have the leverage as the team right now. So
You
the
do have
smart thing
leverage.
to
He's
do,
right.
right? So you have the leverage. So the smart thing to do is wait it out. See if you can acclimate it. And the thing about it is, we got to realize what is BI. We have to figure it out. He's floating
Come
in
on,
this in between.
stop.
Hold
We know
on,
what he
just
is. We know
no.
what he
Hold
is.
on,
Kind
Jay.
of cooked
Jay,
I'm done with
Conte.
the BI.
We
hold
know what
on,
he
hold on.
is.
Hold
I'm
on.
done with
Let
the
me
BI
just say this.
experiment.
We don't want. I
BI
don't
is
want
not
to be
cooked.
too long winded.
He's not cooked. He's not.
I'm not
cooked,
saying.
but come
I
on.
guess I should like
He's a good piece. Like he's a nice number 2
He's a
piece,
good
right?
piece.
Come on,
But
he's a
he
good
like
piece.
in terms of him getting any better. Do you see him get any better? I guess that's what I should have said
No.
instead of.
But he's really good
Yeah.
already.
Well,
Playmaking is
here's the
terrible.
thing. Here's the thing. The areas of improvement are things that if he does get there, which is in my opinion mainly just in playmaking and probably just in defense intensity, for the most part, I think that's effort and film study, and you could put a work in ball handling, things like that. These are things that are achievable. Look at Jason Tatum. He worked on his ball handling, worked on his defensive intensity. He's moving side to side way better. Like you can see, like these are things that you
But
could put.
context, we're not going to do that because Brandon Ingram been in the league just as long as Tatum, and we've watched Tatum get better every year. Brandon
Yeah,
Ingram
but
been
Brandon
stagnant
Ingram
the
has
last 2
also
or
done
3
the
years,
same. Let's
dog.
not say that he's just plateaued. He's refined his skill. He's got stronger in the post. Let's not be naive and say like we haven't seen BI go from where he was at with the Lakers to the way that he's right now. We
Yeah, but
can't
he
say that he
ain't
didn't get
Tatum,
better.
dog. He's not
Yeah,
going to
but
make that much
you
of a
got
jump.
it. Come on,
I
basketball.
mean, he
The thing
doesn't have
about
to
it
be
is,
Tatum. Zion has to be Tatum. That's
I will
Zion.
say this. I will just say this to conclude. Basketball is
They
a
all
game
whooping the
of
Mavericks right
ebbs
now.
and flows, and the season is even
That's not a
more
good game.
a more emphasis of the ebbs and flows. You got to wait it out. You got to see before. We'll talk about this next year. I think we're jumping the gun too early for that.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I feel you, man. Honestly, as long as the sidelines not looking like, you feel me, and man, let me just chill. We're not even gonna worry about the sidelines. But with that being said, shout out to y'all for coming to By Any Means. I apologize, we don't have another hour for y'all. But what I think I've decided to do on By Any Means, this will always be a space to talk hoops for the hour, 30 minutes football, 30-minute basketball. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. And Black Sensei Society on at 9, Fluence Top 10 on at 9, college football playoff rankings reveal on at 9. So we will see you at one of the 3. Peace.
Yo.
Oh Jesus! How